Greetings, fellow humans. Welcome back to OpenTTD 1773 edition. 1733 edition. What happened in 1773? Boston Tea Party, maybe? Anyway, welcome back. Patient transportation is in pretty good health. Colin's come over is as luscious as ever. Let's have a look at our finances. Yeah, doing pretty well. The sand route that we've got going on has been pretty successful, I think, all things considered. Let's just speed on a little. And yeah, though it has been successful, really the largest benefit for us has been the production of goods. This episode we are going to do goods, quote unquote, because, well, let's have a look at the cargo payment rates graph, which is an absolute mess when viewed just like that. But if we take all of those off, passengers is what we started with. We then moved on to fish being worth more than people, hashtag fish rights. Food is up here. Goods, even more. So they would be our most valuable cargo. And they also, the slope is slighter, so it doesn't matter that we are sailing around in slow ships or riding along on slow horses with a lack of steam locomotion. That will not affect the goods as much as it affects the other cargoes that we carry. So that's all good news. So the only question, I guess, really, that I'm looking at here is, do we set up a route first, a goods route, or is there? Yeah, there is probably. We got tons of sand just sat there. I think we need to set up another ship on this sand route. First of all, let's borrow that money, clone one of these bad boys. Actually, I'm just going to wait until they're a little further away and try and space them out a little. Let's try it now. Let's clone one here, and away we go. So yeah, there we go. 3 ships on that route. We may even be able to have more. It just takes so long. If we look at the percentage that's transported, we're leaving a whole bunch of sand just sat there. I'm amazed we're not forming our own little island, declare ourselves independent. But leaving that aside for now, I guess the question becomes, well, we're producing goods here in the form of bottles, I guess, or glass windows. And where are we going to take them? Well, ordinarily with something like this, I'd think of like a longer route, maybe somewhere like Brenningstone or Pranningwell. I'm sort of tempted, because of how slow the ships are going to go, to maybe take it to Predtown here or Treffingly. That is Treffingly close. Treffingly? No. Predtown, I think, is probably too close. Treffingly could be a decent distance, although now I come to think of it, yeah. You see, in an ordinary world, we'd set up a lovely train route, and that would take it on its merry way. But for us, no, not so much. I think Brenningstone could be good, Brenningstone could be good. let's just check and see whether they would even accept goods. They would. Intriguing. Yeah. Yeah. I think that might be too far. The regularity of income is going to be important to us as well. If we have a look at our operating profit graph, we are still up and down like a kangaroo on meth or something. So let's go ahead and build our dock here. How are we doing off for money? We're getting there. We are getting there. I think, yeah, if we're going to set the route from Predtown to Treffingly, ships sometimes struggle with complicated concepts like going around a corner. So I'll put a way marker, a buoy there as well. And then let's, no, not repay, let's control click, ka-ching, borrow a bunch of money, and let's get ourselves a new ship. Let's remember to set it up for goods. Last thing we want is to send it off on its route, unable to pick up what we want of it. Alright, so it's going to head to Predtown Docks and load up on goods. Then to the depot, to the buoy, to the docks, to the buoy, and back to the depot. And that looks pretty good. Just get rid of all of these, clear up our windows. Yeah, that all looks pretty good. Let's fast forward a little and see the ship on its route. Oh, it's waiting now. Yeah, it's going to need, I guess, 2 deliveries of sand for it to fill up on goods. But obviously, once the first one is gone, I think almost straight away we'll be falling behind demand. Yeah, and we're just going to have a whole bunch of, yeah, there we go, a whole bunch of goods sit there waiting. So, I don't know, let's see, what would be a decent amount for us for one journey? I would say maybe 3,500, 4,000 would be good. Let's see what we get. Ah, 4,300. Nice. That's very nice, in fact. If we have a look at our ships, here are all of the ships that we own, all 7 of them, and we can sort them by profit this year. And yeah, the goods ship there has just gone straight into first place. Actually, while I'm here, I'm just going to speed the game on a bit and earn a bit of money in the background. But while we're here, I'm going to set up some groups. Even though it's early doors and we don't really have an unmanageable amount of ships, that can quickly get out of hand. And setting up groups relatively early on can be a bit of a lifesaver in a game like this. So what we shall do is let's set up one called bulk freight. We'll put the sand in there. I'm going to set up a separate group just for fishing, and we will set one up for, let's call it express cargo. I mean, this might seem like overkill, and I guess, to a certain extent it is. So I'm just going to sort them this way. Okay, so we've got these 3 fishing vessels here, the little ones. Then we've got 3 bulk freighters that are carrying the sand from the dredging site. Then we've got the express cargo ship. Now, I am aware it's they're all on the same type of ship, bulk freight and express cargo. But if in future different ships are available to us, let's say a brand new fast but expensive ship becomes available to us, well, now we can use this list, use the manage list option down here to just replace all of those of that type. And furthermore, if we clone vehicles in future, you know, if the cloned vehicle is from a list, then the new vehicle that gets created will also be a member of that list. So, you know, setting up the groups, a little bit of work, but helpful as you go on in the game. And speaking of which, I'm just, yeah, 34,000 last year, and we're already up to 30 this year. That's yeah, that's pretty good. I wonder though, 150 crates of goods. You know, I reckon with 150 crates of goods sat there and 2,000 tons of sand, this can support more, can't it? I think what I'm going to do is spin on just a little, and I'm going to, yeah, let's load up on debt, clone the goods ship, and send that going. And then I think when we've got a bit more money available, yeah, 4,685, that's nice. What we will need to do is, I think we could even have 2 more sand ships, you know. They really don't go quickly. Yeah. So, just going to spin on for a bit and earn enough money to buy ourselves another sand vessel. Okay, yeah, so I think we have the money required now. So let's go ahead and clone one of these sand ships. And yeah, you can see it's been put into the bulk freight group already. And I think this will prove useful. It looks like we made 39,000 last year, and I would hope that with this and the improved production of goods, that we will, yeah. Oh, they seem to be waiting there. Okay, there we go. Now those good ships have bunched up, but yeah, I would presume that we're with these extra sand vessels going their way, that we will end up hopefully making over 50,000 this year. He says confidently. It's interesting. One thing I've noticed, you know, back in the day when I played this as a younger individual, I think I often try to maximize everything. You know, I would aim for uber efficiency. I would always, I mean, I still have the habit now, I guess, of always trying to pay off debts whenever I can. But yeah, I would maximize debts. You know, if I thought I could leverage the money from the debt to make more profit. I would look to min-max everything. And if you ever venture into a multiplayer server, you know, they're pretty quiet, but there are some for OpenTTD. You know, that's sort of the game there. It's being hyper efficient with your routes, setting up the best lines, the best routes, and doing it as quickly as you can by leveraging, you know, debt amongst other things, and the money that you make. You're using your income to create more income and kind of grow exponentially. But as I find myself, you know, growing a little older in life, I look at this and I just think, oh, we've got a mortgage. There's debt to be repaid. We're almost debt free. You know, I think it says a lot about my age that, yeah, that's the attractive thing of playing this game. Look, you get to repay a debt. Can you imagine? What realm of fantasy is this? Yeah, amazing stuff. So I think we will. I'm just going to spin it forward and celebrate having repaid. Woohoo! There we go, debt free. Hashtag fantasy life. But yeah, there we go. Let's have a look at our ships and see how we're doing. So this is all of the ships, and if we group these by profit last year, then wow, look at that. We've got one ship making over 10,000 last year, and this year they're both on 7,000 apiece. So the goods route is an effective way to go. Let's have a look at the ratings. Okay, we're up to sort of mediocre, which, you know, given we're using sailing ships and dragging horses around, I'll take that all day long. I'll take mediocre all day long. That could be the tagline for this channel. Oh my god. Well, let's just spin that on a little and potentially have a think about what comes next. We're in 1769, dude. It's going to be, you know, I'm not entirely sure when the trains become available, but from memory, it's something like 180. It's 180 something when we get the first sort of steam train, and that is an unreliable, explodey, low-powered behemoth. But things improve pretty quickly. So part of me is thinking, well, we're not too far away from steam trains. I should maybe think about some land routes. But actually, you know, we've got a good 30 odd years yet. Although, if we have a look at having a look at the horse income, they are making £3,000 a year. I guess the thing about the horsey routes is, you know, they are so cheap to run. You know, £49 a year to run. I guess we've got the infrastructure costs associated. You know, property maintenance. It's at £3,000 a year, and if we look at infrastructure, you know, the majority of that is coming from the wagonway. Look, we only have 8 water tile pieces because, you know, literally what we've got is 2 depots, 2 ports, I think, and they're 2 squares apiece. So yeah, I tell you what we might do. We've had that fish route up and running. Let's go check that out because it's been a while. There we go. And my gosh, look at Canley. It has grown into a behemoth of a place. I kind of regret not marking out a place for a station at this point. But, you know, I don't know where we could usefully do a station anyway with the wagonway. Yeah, I mean, there's nowhere super close, is there? I guess there's Hinville. Yeah, but that's, you know, we couldn't take the horses around all this way, in part at least because we got the river there. And again, this is maybe just symptomatic of the age I'm at. As a young man, I'd have blitzed right through that. I'd have blitzed right through that river in the name of progress and efficiency. Now I'm like, no, don't touch the river. You know, let's wait until we've got trains or vehicles that are able to go over or under it, so that we leave the river pristine. We'll see how long this sentiment lasts, I guess. We've got a dairy there. That's going to be a piggery. Ah, now that's interesting. We've got farm supplies here. Sorry, milk here. In fact, let's just pause a moment. Is it feasible that we could run livestock here, all the way along here, all the way along here? I guess we could bridge over that and down and down. I think that's going to be too long. Milk, I would imagine, would be practically cheese by the time it got there. If driven by horsepower. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's a pretty steep drop off. Yeah, I don't think that one's quite going to cut it for us as an option. What else might work? You know, it's a real shame. Maybe we could set up a passenger ferry route, you know. Now that we've got the slightly faster ships, I guess, you know, that's pretty. We're getting a bit of the town there, not a huge amount. And we're getting a decent amount there as well. We could. It's going to be a long journey. I think we could do it though. I think. I tell you what. Let's give it a try. We might set up a passenger ferry route. I guess the first thing to think about. Well, we're going to need waypoints because it's a long journey. I guess Canley Fish Market is probably our best bet. Let's see if we bought a merchantman. How many passengers would it take? 50. Oof. That's expensive boat. To take 50. It costs 70 grand. Oh, you know what? I'm bailing on this idea. Yeah. Yeah. Sell the boat back. Unused. Don't lose. I don't think you lose anything, or if you do, it's not much. No, we need a bit more profit than that. Okay. Well, while we're looking, I do apologise. My mouse scrolling is atrocious. Yeah. So while we're having a look, let's consider what's next. If we have a look at the industry directory, we might be able to find something helpful. What about, let's see about, I don't know, livestock. So we've got 4 stockyards. If we have a look at those. Ooh, that's interesting. Okay, where's the stockyard? Stockyard is here. Oh, that's a real shame, look. It's just uphill. Well, a part of me's now thinking, well, what about a canal boat ride? Canal can be pretty expensive, but then we're kind of minted. We're not kind of minted at all, you know. Not kind of minted at all. We've got 36,000 in the bank. It's just because we're debt free, I now think we're untouchable. Which is, yeah, not the case. I guess if we did build the canal, not only would it cost a bunch for the canal, but you know, it would cost a bunch to upkeep each year as well. Let's see what else we got. That's okay. Again, it's sort of uphill. We've got these piggies over here, but I don't see a... Oh, we could take it from there, round here. I guess round here. We've got the issue with that again. Now, if it weren't for that river, that might be good. I might... Oh, let's... Yeah. I might abandon my principles in the sake of capitalism. Now that's interesting. That's at least at the bottom of a hill. It's also, I can't help but notice, by the sea. Oh, look at that. Plodding stone. Intriguing. Yeah, nothing really doing. You know, we've got livestock here, which I guess could be taken down the river, maybe. Could take it down the river and then up and along and up to it. Let's just have a look at the livestock cargo rates. You know, that might have been a good place to start. Livestock. Yeah. That drops off pretty quick, so that's maybe not an idea. We've got another one here, though. That's, again, right by the sea. You know, so useful for a port. Ooh. Now we're talking. That could be a route. And in fact, that will be a route. As long as this dock here... Oh, no, what about that? It will require... Oh, it's going to require a little bit of landscaping. Let's just see how much that would cost us. Oh, 27 grand. I clicked the wrong button. We're committed now. There we go. Thank God it actually worked. But there we go. Front pool docks there. And the market here. Going to put the depot up here. And let's just put a buoy there. Put the waymarker there. Let's see how we're doing off for money. Borrow some of that. Okay, so new merchantman vessel. Set it up for livestock. Lovely, 100 items thereof. Load up on cows to the depot, to the buoy, to the slaughterhouse, to the buoy, back to the depot, and away we go. So, a couple of questions. One is this going to make money? Was this a terrible idea? I guess the next question is also going to be, what grouping should we put this boat in? It's not exactly bulk freight. I guess I would, yeah, livestock is going to be express cargo, isn't it? It needs to go quickly. So let's go ahead and put that in there. Let's just fast forward a little, expand you out and see how you do. Look at it go. Look, you're chasing yourself. Alright. I reckon maybe not. I think maybe 2,000. I'll take a guess at about 2 grand. Let's see. See how we do. Wow. Okay, I was wrong. That's amazing. You know what? Straight away, I'm going to borrow a bunch of money, clone that ship, and we shall start again. Okay. Well, you know what? We said we were going to do goods in this episode, and we have done goods. We've also done bads. Bads for the cows, because the cows are getting slaughtered. Tasty beef, tasty profits. Unfortunate for the cows. But hey ho. What a weird way to end the episode. But hopefully you've enjoyed that. We're getting ever closer. Look, we're in 1770, getting ever closer to steam trains, where it all kind of kicks off. So stick around and we'll make more profits and more good decisions in the next episode. So until then, thanks for watching and take care of yourself.